Good morning, Wayfinders, and welcome to Disney's Epcot. We have just gotten into the park, ready for them to drop the rope. We're gonna have a fun day. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. We're gonna be meeting up with Mike and Myra today. We are also going to be going to our TRON Passholder preview today. It's gonna be a full day. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. So let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, my friends, we are hustling and bustling this morning. We followed our own advice, got here for rope drop, and went straight back to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Now, kind of cheated a little bit. Mike got in for early park access, and so I just met him in line. So it was only about like a 15-minute wait for us, maybe, but that's because he did a lot of the groundwork for us. And so it was a lot of fun. We loved it. Me and Mike did agree, though, if it had a little bit more of the smells in the ride, like some of the other attractions, like PhilharMagic, for instance, it'd be really, really great. But it's still a really fun ride. Definitely one that you need to do. Definitely would suggest rope dropping it. It was about 45 minutes when the park first opened, which is actually pretty good for that one because it's going to be above an hour most of the day. Right now, Mike is off getting a breakfast crepe, though, from the La Creperie. And so I'm going to show you guys what he's eating and let him talk to you real fast in just a second. All right, Wayfinders, hey, look who I found. It's Mike, and you know he's here for the snacks.
Here for the snacks.
So we just got a crepe from the La Creperie de Paris, and Mike is going to tell you what he thinks, as he's actually been to Paris before, had a crepe there. So I'm interested to hear Mike's thoughts.
Yeah, I got a crepe. I got a savory crepe, a galette is what the savory crepes are called, and ham and cheese, buckwheat. It was good. It was $11.95, I think. A little expensive but pricey. If I'd go back, I'd probably get one of the sweet crepes. They had the hazelnut and chocolate, and they had a butter and sugar, and they had a berry crepe as well. They were like $8, $7 to $8. So I think those would have been better. But this wasn't bad, but I think I like the sweet ones better. The ones in Paris had one out at Montmartre, and it was really good. And it was a sweet crepe with a hazelnut spread and bananas and strawberries. It was really good. But we'll try some more snacks a little bit later.
That's right. I also had a bite of it real fast. I will say, if you're a savory person, that's not a bad option for a good breakfast to grab and go in the morning. But don't know what we're going to do now. We're going to keep walking around. We're going to go to some different places, try some different things. So follow along. We'll check back in just a second. Friends, we've had a lot of fun. We've been riding some rides, knocking out some things, and now we are about to go up to the DVC lounge at the top of the Imagination Pavilion. Check in. My first time going up there. Mike's been up there many a times before, but I'm excited. We'll show as much as we can, and we're looking forward to a fun time, so follow along with us. All right, y'all, we are wrapping up our time here at the DVC Lounge. This has been awesome. This has been one of the coolest experiences I've gotten to do. We just literally come up here, hang out, had some refreshments, and it's been a really great time. I've loved getting to see the second floor of the Imagination Pavilion. It's been super interesting, something I've always wanted to see, and so it was really cool. Now we're gonna go hit up some festival booths. We're gonna get ready for our Guardians Cosmic Rewind. reservation and see if we can meet up with Myra as well. So follow along and we'll check back in shortly. All right, first festival item is down. Mike got the spicy street corn from the Florida Fresh booth. I think it's a winner, Mike.
It was a winner.
It was a winner. $5.75, not a bad deal, and it's a part of the Garden Graze menu, which is a challenge here, kind of like a Mills fromage montage from the last time we were here. So now I think we're going to head over to another booth. I might be getting an item here soon to try to scratch off some of these things on the Garden Graze list for myself. So follow along. So I grabbed my first item over from the China Pavilion. It's not on the Garden Graze list. I've had it before. You guys know I love it. The cheesy crab wontons at China, $7.75 for those. It's always a winner, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. It's just, I don't know what it is about them. The flavoring is just great. The little sauce that comes on top of it is phenomenal. I love it a lot. It's not on the Garden Graze menu, which is a little sad. But hopefully we're going to find a couple more items here as we walk around and get some more. And obviously we have more time because the cool thing about these challenges at Epcot, so a Meals Fromage Montage, the Garden Graze, you don't have to accomplish it all in one day. You can actually, as long as the festival's going, you can come back and do it. So it's 5 items you have to get, and you can just continually stop in as you come to Epcot. And this is a long festival. It goes from May until July. So you have all the way until then to get 5 items to get this special treat. So honestly, I come back to Epcot a couple times this week. I'll probably make some stops and try to knock that out. But as for now, we might keep walking around. We're also waiting on Myra right now so we can get ready for Guardians of the Galaxy. So stay tuned with us and we'll check back in again in just a minute. All right, look, we found Myra. Myra's here now, and we are about to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, so it's time to give a guess as to which song we're gonna get. I already know which one it's gonna be, but I'll let you guess first.
I'm gonna say, just because I can't remember them all, except for September.
Okay, September.
Disco Inferno.
We got Disco Inferno. It's gonna be One Way or Another by Blondie. I can go ahead and guarantee you that. But we're gonna go in. It's time for our virtual queue, and we'll check back in after we're done. All right, well,
One way or another, I'm gonna kitchen.
Guess what? We got Blondie again. That's my favorite song. Blondie, if you're watching this, please email us, thismywaypodcast@gmail.com. We'd love you to be a sponsor, considering I get your song every time I'm on this ride. But you know what? It's all right. It's still fun. Still the best ride here. So now I think we're about to split because I gotta get to my TRON preview. But maybe we'll get back together later. We'll figure it out. But stay tuned because TRON is coming up next. All right, my friends, we're here at Magic Kingdom at Tomorrowland. And it is just about time for my TRON Passholder preview. Now, obviously, I'm very interested to see how this goes. TRON's gotten a lot of mixed reviews so far. Some people have loved it. Some people think it's not that good. So I'm going to get to ride it. I'm going to get to try it out. I'll share my thoughts after I'm done with how I think it went. Of course, because this is a preview, And because I did the same thing the last time with my Guardians of the Galaxy preview, I'm not going to be filming anything on the ride. I want you guys to be able to experience it for yourself when it opens up in April. So for now, this is just going to be me riding it, and then I'll share my thoughts shortly after. I will film a couple stuff from the outside, but I'm not going to ride or show any part of the actual ride experience. So let's head over to TRON now and get ready for this preview. Okay, friends, we just got off of TRON Lightcycle Run preview. It was a lot of fun. I'll say that. It was a lot of fun. It was fast. It's definitely not the fastest ride here at Disney, but it was definitely very fast. I think it was worth the wait. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people have been disappointed in it. It took so long to do and to build and to put together, and then, you know, some people complain that it's a little too short, and it is a very quick ride. Like, it's not a very long ride. My biggest complaints were just that, like, for the preview part of it, there weren't like any photo pass opportunities. I mean, you got a couple pictures in the test seat, and luckily hopefully either somebody in line or a cast member attendant would take your picture in the seat, but then like there was no photo pass opportunities anywhere else, so that was a little disappointing. But other than that, honestly, it was a fun ride. I mean, I'd go do it again. I'd get a virtual queue. I would make it a top priority to get on the virtual queue in the morning for Magic Kingdom, and of course I think that goes without saying. Everybody's going to want one when it opens up to the public, but it was definitely fun. I think Cosmic Rewind is still hands down better than TRON. I'll say that. Like, I think it is. I just think I had a lot more fun at my Cosmic Rewind preview. I had more fun riding Cosmic Rewind before I got to this park than I did riding TRON, but TRON was still a ton of fun. Don't know where it's going to end up ranking in my top rides of the park, but I think time will tell how that progresses. But I'm actually going to wrap up here though, because it's really crowded here. There's a lot of rides down here, so wait times are super high, and I'm actually going to hop on over to Hollywood Studios, and I'm going to meet Mike and Myra there, and we're going to have some more fun over there. So follow along with us, and I'll see you in Hollywood. All right, my friends, we've had a very filled afternoon of shows. Went to go see Beauty and the Beast live. It was the first time I've seen it, I think, since it returned from the shutdown. Very, very good. I've always had just a love for that show. I think it's much needed. It's a much needed addition back into the park. There was only 2 show times today, though, which kind of caught me off guard. It makes me wonder kind of what the future for that show is going to look like. But, you know, we'll see what happens over the next couple months, I guess, as they look into it. But right now the plan is to go see the early showing of Fantasmic and then try to get on out of here, maybe ride a few more rides before I leave. But the thing is, a lot of wait times are up. There's a mixture of things. First and foremost, Genie Plus is $29 today, which just means it's super crowded here. It's the beginning of a lot of people's spring break. A lot of people are wrapping up their spring breaks. Also, you know, just couple of other things are, you know, just happening along with that. You know, rides are down. You have Rock and Roller Coaster, which is under refurbishment right now. You have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has been down most of the afternoon, and so you just have some of those heavy hitters that are down, and it's leading to higher wait times. So it's a little bit crowded today, and then just everything's a little overpopulated right now, which is fine. But looking forward to seeing what else we get into today. Gonna grab a bite to eat at Woody's Lunchbox before we head off and do anything else. So I'll let you guys know what I have, and then we will get started with the rest of our evening here at Hollywood Studios. I found a nice seating area in this area I filmed in earlier. So I had Woody's Lunchbox for dinner tonight. Now, I've been to Woody's Lunchbox before for lunch. I got something different this time. I got the brisket, the barbecue brisket melt sandwich with tots, and it was actually surprisingly really good. The sandwich, the barbecue that was on it was actually really good. And, you know, I think the toast on it was a little overdone. The bread part was a little toasted too much. It was really crunchy. I like it just a little softer most of the time, but it still was excellent. And it actually makes me really excited for the Roundup barbecue, which is coming soon, which just put up their new sign for recently. So I'll put a little clip of that in there too. But this was about $13, I think. And then I actually added on a side of the, what we like to call the plastic cheese. Except this is actually, I think, a hack for you guys who eat at Woody's Lunchbox. The side of cheese they give you here is not that typical plastic cheese you get like at Casey's Corner or anything like that. This is like the actual like queso that they put on the tachos. And so if you get a side of tater tots, you can have that queso with it, and it makes it really good. So all in all, really good time eating dinner at Woody's Lunchbox. But now we are going to get ready to potentially ride some more rides and then get in line and wait for Fantasmic. So we'll see what happens, but I'll check back in just a little bit. Okay, my friends, so slight change of schedule. I didn't realize that the Fantasmic show for tonight, the first showing's at 8:30. And my car is still currently parked at Epcot, which means I probably would have a weird time getting back to go get it. So I decided I was just gonna go ahead and leave Hollywood for today. Everything, like I said, was super, the wait times were super high, and since I don't have Genie Plus today, wasn't worth sticking around. But I am doing a full day at Hollywood tomorrow, and so I will have Genie Plus, I'll have the whole 9, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get to go to one of the Fantasmic showings and get to do that and have a good time. I do have a dinner tomorrow, which will make things a little bit complicated. It'll be out of the way just slightly, but I plan on coming back and if anything watching the 10 o'clock Fantasmic show, even though that's not part of our little advice we gave on our last episode of the podcast. It's definitely, I think, going to be the best move for me if I'm going to get to watch Fantasmic on this trip, and I want you guys to hear my thoughts on it now that it's back and fully a part of the park again. Just as some closing thoughts for today, it was a really great day. One thing I did think about with TRON that I didn't mention earlier, the storyline with it is a little bit just kind of not really there. It's pretty much just you're racing other people on the grid, and it's pretty much it. It's kind of lame. Again, I think Guardians Cosmic Rewind just absolutely trumps it in terms of storyline, all those things. But I forgot to mention that earlier. I just don't think the storyline's quite there. And while it is a fun ride, I don't think it's going to, it might not even crack my top 5. That doesn't mean it's a bad ride. Just, I don't know if it's going to even be a top 5 ride for me as it currently sits. But anyways, I think this is going to do it for today's vlog. I know it was kind of all over the place, and we did a lot today. We went to 3 different parks today. We got to go to some different quick service places, got to go around the world a little bit, hung out with Mike and Myra, went to the DVC lounge. Great day, and looking forward to tomorrow as well, as we get a full day in at Hollywood, and then a great dinner, which I'm excited to share with you guys. And then we'll just get to see how our own advice on the podcast works out for us at the parks all day. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys for following along. If you would, like, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast wherever you get your podcast at. We'd love if you'd share it with your friends. But until next time, I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again real soon.